Hey, what's up guys? Matt Sambolski. I'm Matt the Car Guy. On this channel I do car reviews. If this is your first time visit, thank you very much for finding this channel. Today I'm back at Ford of Port Richey, where the guys were nice enough to allow me to film yet another one of their cars. So I feel like a kid in the toy store because we did the Mach-E today, and now I'm doing this brand new, completely redesigned Ford F-150. But not only it's a redesigned one, but this one has a brand new engine. This is the hybrid, first full-size pickup truck that's a hybrid. And today we're going to explore the options together. We're going to take it off the tour of the exterior, interior, check out the bed, check out what's underneath the hood, and finally we're going to take it for a spin. So if you're ready, let's go. Well guys, so first of all I want to tell you why I'm so excited about doing this car, because the RAM1500 review that I did not too long ago has been one of the most watched videos on my channel, and I can see while the pickup truck guys are so loyal to their brands, I've been getting a lot of comments on it, how the F-150 is superior to RAM1500, how the Chevy is better, how the Ram is better, people defending their brands, which is awesome. I love that interaction. I love to learn from all of your comments. So if you have any comments, put them in the comment section below. But let's get right to it. Let's get right to the front of this vehicle. Ford said they completely redesigned that car, and honestly, when I was looking at those vehicles on the lot, I had a hard time figuring out which one is a 2020, which one is 2021. Of course I had the key, so when I pressed the button, the blinkers blinked. But so what's different about this? Well, first of all, I mean, it's got some new sheet metal on here. It's got new lights. Okay, so the lights are completely redesigned. They're big. They're kind of the LED right on top and right on the side over here. Too bad, okay, if they don't make it the same as those big F-250s like the Super Duties, where they have those reverse C's. You can see those in the rear view mirror, so you know what's following you, especially if they're raised. You can see them really good. But grill, let's talk about the grill. Now this one has some chrome accents. So got some regular matte black as far as on the grill. It's got this huge Ford logo right in the middle of it, and it does the chrome bumper. Now this is not a plastic bumper, this is actually a metal bumper, one of the few that are still in existence, I believe. As far as the hood, if you look at this hood, I mean, you think that it houses some incredibly big engine because it's massive. The hood is long, it's nicely sculpted. I should give you a close-up of it because it's really nice. It has multiple body lines that go across the hood, but it fits in really nicely inside of it. So that's the hood. It does have the skid plate right here. It does have the fog lights right above those bumpers. Again, the LEDs, so nicely illuminate the road ahead of you. So this is the front of it. Let's pop the hood because that's really exciting. Right guys, so super excited because this is a brand new engine, 3.5 liter. This is the Powerboost, which is basically a twin turbo V6 EcoBoost engine, and it does have that 44 horsepower, 221 pound-feet of torque electric motor sandwich between that and a 10-speed transmission, which it's made it to. Now it produces a total of 430 horsepower, 570 pound-feet of torque. So I mean, it's very powerful. We'll see how it drives. I'm super excited about it. As far as the gas mileage, you know, the hybrid might not be the part where you get for the gas mileage on this particular one, because it gets about 24 miles per gallon, which is the only full-size hybrid pickup truck, and 24 miles per gallon on a truck this size, it's not bad. Well, the side view of this truck is almost the same as the outgoing ones, the previous generation one, which there's nothing wrong with that, because I like the old one. I know a lot of people did too. There's a few things that I like about this one too. Look at this F-150 badge. It says Lariat right here. Now, it sits on the 18-inch wheels. There's 11 different wheels that are available on this vehicle, so you can choose between different sizes, different designs. Now this particular one, you see at the other models you might see a lot of chrome in here. This one doesn't have any of that. It has this matte black, which I particularly like, trim around here. It makes it more sporty, more modern look, if you will, and it still has the same curve as it did on the last year's model, which increases the visibility. If you sit inside the car, you can see much better. You can see through the mirror, you can see out of this vehicle. Now this one, it says it's a power boost. We talked about the engines, we're not going to go into it, and it does have a fixed running board. I think if there was an option, and I don't know, maybe there's so many options that it's crazy, of the power running boards, I would go with that, because it might be unlimited, or the platinum model, they might have some of those available. It does have this smart keyless entry system. As you can see, when I touch the door, you could hear the click, so it closes, it locks and unlocks. On those mirrors itself, it does have the camera, so I know it does have the 360, which I'm really excited to check out. And this is the crew cab, so it can sit 5 passengers, 2 in the front, 3 in the back, and we're going to find out how much room it has in the back. But before we do that, let's continue through this. This is your gas filler. Okay, again, you have 18-inch wheels in the back, and look at the room that you have in here between that wheel and actually the wheel well. So there's a lot of room for this vehicle to go off-road and have this travel space for the wheel. FX4, it's an off-road package, so that's an optional package on that, and then we'll go back and check out the lights and the back of this vehicle. Well guys, so looking at the back of this truck, again, it looks similar to the previous generation ones. The one thing that you see is different, it's definitely the lights. Those are nice bigger LED lights. They're kind of on this trim level, they're white. I'm not sure if all of them are like this, but of course when they light up, they change colors too. The blinkers are yellow and the brake lights are red. So what else is here? Again, you have the metal chrome bumper in here, a little bit of a plastic trim on top, big Ford logo F-150 right in here. You have those dual outlets for your power for your trailer, and then the tow hitch. Now as far as the regular ones, the 5.0 one can tow up to 11,000 pounds. I'm going to confirm that and put it right below here to see what this towing capacity is. On the hybrid, I probably think it would be the same. Now it's got a little bit of light when I pop this open, and it does have a power gate, so you don't have to worry about this dropping on you. And it's got a few cool features on here, so let's see it together. It has, first of all, I think what's really useful is, or the ruler right here. You have the centimeters right at the top, you have the inches right at the bottom here. You do have your clamp. Let's say you want to put your vise in here, you can clamp it right here. There's an opening in here, which is pretty cool. You do have your bottle opener right here, so I hope they're not promoting drinking beer, but hey, Coca-Cola's got caps too. And you do have this step right here, which actually, you know, it's pretty useful if you want to get on this bed right here. It does have the handle too, so you don't strain yourself too much while walking up on it. So it's really easy to get up, and that's what we're gonna do. Nice color. This one doesn't have a bed liner, but of course you can opt to get one. And what else we have here is this middle window right here. It opens up. It does have another camera right in the back gate in here. And let's check out these things right here. So now you have a regular 120 volt, 20 amps outlet right here, so you can plug in your power tools in case you need that. Okay, This is where you turn on your lights inside this cargo area, which is pretty interesting in here. And you have some tie downs right here that is designed to help you keep your cargo where it's supposed to be. And let's get down this step right in here. Actually pretty easy to do. Very cool, very clever design. Well guys, this is not a small pickup truck. This is a full-size pickup truck. So if you see it, you know, it's a lot taller than me. I'm 6 feet tall. So this one sits probably about 6'6" or something like this. So let's see how much room it has in the back seat. The door opens nice and wide, and you know, it's got those running boards, but you really need to get inside of it. And oh my gosh, it's got more room than a lot of the sport utilities. It's got tons of room. I have plenty of headroom. I have probably about 5 inches above my head before I would hit the roof. I have plenty of shoulder room, definitely lots of knee room in here. And the interior is pretty interesting too. Let's check it out. So first of all, before we get in there, I want to point something out. This is a very interesting interior on this thing, this trim right here. I'm not sure what it is, if it's the neoprene or if it's some other kind of material, but it's very cool. Okay, it is in combination with some of the leather in here and kind of the polished aluminum trim, and of course a little bit of plastic at the bottom. It's got big side pockets in the door. It does have your window controls. It does have your door handle. It does have a little bit even of the wood trim in here, which is interesting. But check out of how much room there is in here. It's got 3 seat belts, so 3 people will sit actually comfortably. And if you do need more room, you can actually raise those seats up, so you can actually stash a lot of stuff inside like this. See, there's already something in here. There's some goodies. Both of them do the same thing. It's a 60-40 split. What else do we have here? We have some air vents. We have the regular power outlet. Actually, this is the regular power outlet where you can plug in your USB, USB-C, and you know, you can plug in a regular plug for the 110 volt right here. Some seat pockets in the back. There it is. Well, there's a couple ways of getting into this vehicle. I mean, of course, through the door. That would be the easiest one, and so it is. But I'm talking about unlocking. So you can do it through the remote. You can do it with the manual key that is built inside of the remote, or you can use that number combination that you get once you purchase the vehicle. You get this code combination that is right on the door here. But what I want to check out is I want to check out how the door sounds. It's pretty darn solid as far as the sound of the closing door. Well guys, we're going to check out the door before I close it so you can see what's on there. Same trim as on the back door. This is that strange mystery material. It's kind of the fake wood, but it looks pretty good. It's kind of got that metallic shine on it. And it does have your locks. On locks, you have your memory seats. It does have your mirror controls and window controls. Again, 2 pockets on the door. Now, there's a lot of going on in here. Okay, there's a lot of buttons that are right here. They have the power back gate button, which is pretty cool. You can turn on your lights on the mirrors, which is awesome too. You have a lot of light options in here. Now here's the light that we saw up on top of the bed. You can turn that on in here. Open your fuel gauge. Different lights in there. You can put your fog lights pressing this button right here. This is your dimmer. Okay, pull on the electronic parking brake. And what's pretty cool about it, for people that are longer or shorter, you know, there's always a question: are the pedals far enough? So with the push of a button, I hope you can see them, they're moving actually. You can move the gas and the brake pedal back and forth to make it really comfortable for you and your driving. So before we actually start looking at all the features, a couple of things to point out. Nice grab handle. I mean, it's a tow truck, so it's easier to get in when you grab onto something. And look at this trim detail right here. I like it. It's a little bit of shiny thing. It's a little bit of polished here. The same trim, the mystery trim right on the top of the door and the truck in here. And also, you know, when I was reviewing the previous generation F-150, I didn't really care about the quality of the materials used. And I'm really glad to report that this one doesn't feel plasticky like the other one did. And the interior is absolutely great. I don't know if I would take it over the Ram 1500 or not. That's for you to decide. But we're going to go over some features that are inside of this vehicle. Well, all right, let's check out the interior of this F-150, because that's where the biggest changes can be seen. First of all, I mean, you can't look past this beautiful 12-inch screen. Now, it's a little bit smaller than on the Ram, but I mean, it's big enough, and it's got the same Sync 4.0 Sync 4 system as we've seen on the MACH-E, which is a great system in my opinion. And you can take a look at some of the buttons on the steering wheel. So you have your cruise control buttons, you have your volume buttons right on the left hand side. You have a lot of the select and menu buttons, because in the middle here, your middle display is also digital. It's fully digital, so you can see the RPMs. Let's rev it up a little bit. You can see how they dance in here. Fuel level low, 27 miles to empty. Those dealers got to do something to put those cars on the road. And you know, you can see those top gauges right there. Now you can see that the car turned off, but it's on electric one right now. It's still keeping the car conditioned and all that stuff, but it just doesn't use the combustion engine at this particular moment. If the charge goes low enough, it's going to turn it back on. So on top of here, you have the coolant level, you have the oil coolant temperature, oil temperature, you have your transmission temperature, and then on the right hand side you have miles per hour. As far as the menu, okay, so you can see my view, you can customize it, trip, fuel, truck info, towing, navigation, which is probably my favorite setting to have, this navigation right in front. Okay, you can put previous destinations. I'm not sure if there's anything in here because it's a brand new car. Points of interest nearby, let's put the gas station. Okay, so that's how simple you can check it out.
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving.
Well, thank you very much,
turn left
robot.
and then turn right.
All right, we're gonna cancel that route, but I thought I was gonna put that navigation right on top of this screen inside of here, but it doesn't. It puts it on the screen right next to it. And we're about ready to move to this screen right here. So let's check out and let's see what cool features are in here. Well, first of all, let's see. There's a plug button. So Pro Power Onboard turned off. So generator mode turned off. There's a power outlet inside the bed. There's a power outlet inside the cabin that you can turn on or off. Camera, so it does have the 360. I love the 360 on it. Does it have the lines that move around it? I don't see it, but that might be that I don't have it in gear, and sometimes when you put it in gear, that's where the magic happens. So let's put that in reverse, and now the lines show up. Okay, so there are some trajectory lines right here. I would like to see them here as well. I can see where the truck would turn. That would be very helpful. Oh, we'll put it in park. Okay, I don't think we need to have it in reverse. Let's put it in park and let's explore the rest of this. So you can turn your parking sensors on and off, traction control on and off, downhill assist, hazard lights. What else do we have here? Pro trailer. So you can adjust your trailer brake, I believe. That's what it's for. If it's not, correct me. And a bunch of buttons at the bottom here. You can set your audio, phone, navigation, favorite apps, settings, and features. Let's go to apps. Well, you can download them if you'd like to. Settings, you can select several different settings: sound clock, phone connectivity, navigation, radio, vehicle. Let's see vehicle settings. Okay, you can adjust all of them. 30-minute max idle, which is pretty smart. Remote startup, we've seen that on the MACH-E as well. Lighting, ambient light, this one does have ambient light, which is pretty cool. Let's select it. And it's on, but I don't think it's dark enough to see. Well, that's the magic button, by the way. That's where you see when you turn on the vehicle. Okay, so let's get out of here. Mirrors, auto fold. Okay, so they do fold automatically. I didn't have it set up when I was telling you about this. And another thing, let's see vehicle features. Driver assistance. Okay, so you can have all of these: cruise control, speed limit assist, lane keep assist, pre-collision assist, rear view camera, blind spot information system, park aid sensor, cross traffic alert, reverse brake assist, driver's alert. This car is loaded with safety features. Pro power on board. Generator mode, turn that on. Generator mode, turn off due to low fuel, okay. But low power is available in the cabin outlets, so you can check that out. Back to features. Towing. Connection checklist. It's pretty cool. Conventional gooseneck fifth wheel. Let's see, it's going to tell you what to do, what to make sure that happens. 1 of 8 features, you got to check this. Electrical, chains, emergency breakaway switch, ensure lights function correctly, raise tongue jack, make sure that it's raised, adjust mirrors for towing, adjust trailer brake, control gain settings. So this is pretty cool, even for novice in trailering like myself would be. Never really towed anything other than a small trailer from Chicago to New York, but that would be pretty interesting. Okay, I'm gonna check out the radio. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to cut that out because I'm sure it's gonna be a copyright violation, but the radio sounds pretty good in here. And the screen, I love the screen. I mean, I love the screen on the Ram too, so I'm kind of in between those two cars. It is definitely worth checking out. That 12-inch screen is something else. It's something new. The bottom here, you have your volume for the radio. This is basically your radio controls. This is your sound settings right here, shortcuts. Okay, you can have different sources. We can turn the screen off completely, just have the date and the time. The bottom here, those nice switches as far as the temperature control, as far as all your HVAC, heated seats, ventilated seats, fan settings. Again, you have this before we get to it. So this is where you adjust the gain on the trailer. Okay, so this is interesting. This is a 4-wheel drive vehicle, so you can lock the differential. 2 high, 4 high, 4 automatic or 4 low. These are drive modes. Okay, below here you have a storage compartment. Right underneath here you have the USB-C and the USB ports right in the bottom of here. You can see a little bit of that ambient lighting inside of the cup holders. It's got a little bit of a holder of some sort in here, but this is functional too, because see what happens when I push this switch? Okay, it actually hides inside of it. The reason behind it, Ford's saying that, you know, a lot of people that are using these trucks, they're actually work trucks, so they have, you know, office work to do. They have to write something, they have to put their laptop somewhere, and they can certainly do it. That makes it a flat work surface that, you know, once this is folded down, it expands. Okay, 2 buttons on the side, plus and minus. This is for your manual mode. I'm not really liking the location of it, but I barely use it anyways. The button right here, the magic button. Let's see what happens. Wow, there's an extra compartment right here, plus your regular glove box. And then you have your 2 outlets in here. Regular outlet. Put your tablet or a phone or laptop in here. Put your phone charger in here. Okay, tons of features. I really like it. Now here, as you can see from this side right here, how great it is that this window is sloped like this towards the front. You can see everything. Big mirrors too. I'm really liking this truck. Now, as far as the materials used on here, leather seats, nicely stitched up. I like it. I'll be honest with you, I think I like the leather on the Ram a little bit more, but that's just me. The interior would go head to head. I wonder what you think. Put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know which one you like better, whether it's Ram or the F-150 and why. Now there's 2 trim levels higher than this. So this one doesn't have a sunroof. We've seen the Ram with the big nice panoramic sunroof. I'm sure the Limited or the Platinum will have it. So there's actually 3 levels above it. But it does have the sunglasses holder. It does have your light controls in here. Mirror doesn't have that camera mirror. I'm not sure if it's available on Ford or not. But there's so many options that are available on those trucks. You gotta go to Ford's website and check it out yourself. Take one for a spin, which we're about to do, to see how this truck handles on the road. Well guys, I'm excited to take it for a spin. This 2021 Ford F-150 3.5 Powerboost Hybrid. Okay, we're gonna check out a few things while we're gonna take it for a spin, but let's talk about price a little bit. And by the way, this section is especially dedicated to the gentleman who critiqued me for being excited about trucks that are $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. And you know, he claimed to have the 84 Chevy and that it gets more views and more comments than any other truck. And I hope it's not because, you know, they want to find out where to tow it to and when they comment on this, but because it's nicely restored and it's your daily driver. So hopefully, you know, that's the case. But if you were to restore that 84 Chevy, you'd probably spend quite a big chunk of money as well. Anyway, so this truck, as it sets, you know, MSRP on is just over $60,000, $60,365, or some change less, which is very much in line with the competition. However, we're not going to go in details of what different trim levels cost, but you have the XL, you have the XLT, you have the Lariat, you have the King Ranch, you have the Limited or Platinum, and then Limited. So you have lots of models to choose from. You have several engine options to choose from. You're going to choose 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, different cab sets, you know, whether you have the Crew, Super Crew, the short cab. This is a 5.5-foot bed. You can have the longer beds, you know, depending on which trims you choose. So if you go on Ford's website, you're probably going to be as confused as I was looking through it. So that's why, you know, if you're looking for specific prices for the specific vehicles that you're looking for, I suggest that you do that on the website. Now, I'm going to post all of the equipment on this particular one in the description of this video, and let me know if this is the way you'd build it or not. One other thing that I forgot to mention when going over this infotainment system, and that's kind of important for a lot of people, is it does have the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So, and you know, hopefully it works. I haven't checked it out, but I mean, it does have that option for people who like to use those features on the vehicle. That's a great option. Let's take a look at the rear view camera one more time. I'm going to back it out really quick. Okay, and then we're going to check out the turning radius and see of how easy or how hard it is to turn this thing around. It's a full-size pickup. I gotta tell you, it feels awesome as far as drive. I mean, it feels a lot better than the other generation. Steering wheel all the way. We're going to see how many parking spots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6. It's a long pickup truck, remember that. Almost 6 parking spaces. Mackie did it in about 4.5. Most of the cars do it in about 4, 4.5. So yes, this will take a little bit longer to maneuver as far as turning it around. Okay. Another thing that's important, we checked out the rear view camera, is acceleration. And we have this big long parking lot ahead of here. So instead of doing it on the expressway or instead of doing it on the road, I can actually, you know, check it out right here. So let's do it. Wow. I gotta tell you, this thing's got some solid acceleration. Wow. Definitely better than I would expect, especially out of the 3.5-liter engine. Now, the combined horsepower is massive. The torque is even better. Okay, it's got this 10-speed automatic transmission, and as I'm driving it, I can see, like on the previous generation one, which gears I'm in. I'm in the 5th gear right now, 22 miles per hour. So it's kind of almost like an overkill. Well, let me put my shades on because we're about to get in the sun. I want to turn the navigation, turn the volume off. I like the display of it. I believe this display can be either in this blue color right here, like it is. I think I have the lights on, or parking lamps, automatic lights. Okay, we'll switch that. Or it can be in white if you go to, yes, there you go. And it's nice and calm white screen. I love the visibility on this truck. I like the capabilities of it. Wow, it really gets up and going. I really enjoy driving it. That would be a tough call. If somebody said, hey, you know, pick one of the two, this would really be a tough call. And I'm not saying that because I really like that Ram 1500 and I not so much like the previous generation F-150, but I believe they've made so many improvements on it that now it's definitely a big contender for those of you who like trucks. Interior, between the two, tough choice. Drive, I think this one might drive a little bit better than the Ram. And you know, I'm sorry, but the GMC would be number 3 out of the 3, especially on the interior part of it. Well guys, let me know what you think about this vehicle. We're gonna take it back to Ford of Port Richey, where the guys were nice enough to allow me to review it and film it, and I'm gonna post their link in the description of this video so you can give them a call, check out their inventory, see what it is. This vehicle at the time of filming is available for sale, so and come by, buy it if you want to. But that concludes the review of this 2021 F-150. If you like watching videos like this, check out the rest of my channel. Hopefully you'll find something that you like. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. If not, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers.